Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. I have my second project for my 5-project kit. It will be done sometime the end of next week. It's the Gingerbread Man bundle that I'm using, and that's the only thing that I'm using today. I'm not using any other dies. This box measures 2.5 by 3.25 by 1. And it's a bakery box. It opens up like that, and inside I have a gingerbread cookie cutter that I got from Target also. The last one, I wanted to see if I could get more of those sponges, but they're on Mercari for $8, I think. They went really quick, so I'm glad I got 8 of them. Alright, so this, so far, this is the 2 for the 5 project kit. It's going to be $30 plus shipping. The shipping I use Ground Advantage. It usually runs $5 to $6, but if you're farther away, like I'm in New York, if you're in California, it's going to be more. All right. So what we need for this project is a piece of cherry cobbler that is 9.5 by 4.5. I already stamped and embossed the gingerbread because that's the same for this one, except for the face we're going to do different. I'm using the Traditions of Christmas DSP, and we need 2 pieces that are 2.25 by 3, 2 that are 2.25 by 3/4, and 2 that are 3/4 by 3. I cut out one of these little icing pieces for the hat. I cut the full hat out of cherry cobbler. You can't see that. I cut the scarf out of cherry cobbler, and we're going to add the pom-pom white. So I just cut a piece of the hat, and I'm gonna cut the pom-pom off. All right, so let me get my Simply Scored, and we're gonna start on the 9.5-inch side. Score at 1, 4.25, 5.25, and 8.5. Turn it to the 4.5-inch side and score at 1 and at 3.5. Okay, now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. Okay, we can have this either way as long as we're doing it in the long way. And this is what we're doing. We're wedging all the squares and keeping the sides of the rectangle straight. So let's go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge the square. Go to the next 2 score lines, cut them to the first score line, and wedge that middle square. Go to the last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge the last square. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line and wedge. Go to that last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge that square. And that is how your cardstock should look when you're done. Alright, now we just need some liquid glue. You can use Stampin' Seal Plus or tear and tape too if you wish. I'm going to put glue on these 2 tabs and take the score line and make it straight with the side of this rectangle. And on the other side, score line to this rectangle. Okay, now we're going to go to this next set, and we're going to attach it to the other side of the same rectangle. Okay, and then this last one, we're going to attach these to this rectangle. All right, and then this one is going to just fold down over it, and that is your box. Okay, now we need the two pieces. The two largest pieces are going to go on the front, on the top of the box, and on the inside of the flap. This is the long sides, and those are the short sides. All right, before you put the second one in, I forgot. I'm sorry. What we're going to do, you see how I cut this the same size as the paper? We're going to, let's first, before we put that on, let's put his hat on so we know what we're working with. Just let it set a minute. And this is going to go up here. I should have done this before. But what we're going to do is we're going to slant him a little. And his hat is going to go just a tiny bit above, probably 1/8 of an inch above that one piece of his pom-pom. And he's slanted just a little bit. Now, I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to cut along these 3 sides so that he will fit on nicely on our top. Okay, it's better for you to do it before you put the top on. But it's okay. Now he's a little tiny bit different, like he's moved over just a little different, but that's okay. So now let's finish. Now this piece can go in here. Okay, and then I'm going to take a small circle punch and cut out a little piece of a finger hole so it's easier to open. All right, now let's work on the rest of our Gingerbread Man. And for the whole body, I took Pecan Pie Cardstock, stamped it with Versamark ink, sprinkled it with white embossing powder, shook it off, and then I heat embossed it. So now we just need his winking smile and his buttons. So we still need some Versamark ink. And I'm going to put this right there. We're going to cover up some of it with the scarf, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put a smile. And then we need some white embossing powder. Alright, now I'm going to just clip off this pom-pom. Try to go straight across. And I'm just going to put a dot of glue right there. And pop this right over it and cover the cherry cobbler part of that. Then I'm going to try to put a little bit of glue all on this. Just kind of spread it so it doesn't squeak out too much. Alright, and there's our guy for the front. Okay, so now we have our box, and he's going to fit right over. I line up the bottom, and then the top takes care of itself. So I'm going to just glue this right on. Just remember, before you put the DSP on to cut, you're probably better off doing the stamping first. Now we're going to open it. Now you could always put some kisses inside here if you wanted to. I'll put that on the bottom. Alright, and for the final touch, I'm going to add some faceted gems. Now I will give you all the supplies except for the stamp and die. So I cannot cut this out. You have to have the stamp and die set for that. Alright, so I'm going to put one there, one there, and one over his shoulder. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you would like to have the kit. I have already sold 3, so there's 5 left. And there is a sale going on right now with Stampin' Up! 40% off some things, and there's different percentages off some of the cardstock. Alright, have a great day. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Bye.